Welcome back. In last video we understand the React routing with example. Now we can implement in our application. Okay, so I can remove this code from here. Okay, I can enable the layout component, uncomment it. Fine. So once I uncomment, let's look. This is section and this is the text from the home component. Okay. So first we can add the navigation in layout here. So create one more component. We can call it global nav.tsx const global nav, then return nav, and inside that we can mention whatever the nav we have. Okay, here we will use nav link only. Okay, and mention here 2. So as in our application we have these two, dashboard and add user, so we can mention these two here. Dashboard will point to home page, and again other add user, here we can mention add. So whenever we click on the dashboard, the URL will change to uh, the main domain, and whenever we click on add user, it will change to add link. Okay, so now export this one, export default global nav, import this in a layout here, global nav, import this global nav. Okay, let me close all these files. Fine. Okay, dashboard and add user. Let's put some styling to it. I can directly add the styling in the layout style directly, else we can create other style file. Okay, so let's create other global nav style dot module dot css. Okay, and we need, like, we have to keep these links in the center. For that, now container or just container, because this file is specific to navigation only. So display flex, justify content as center. Okay, let's import this file, import as a style from global nav style dot module dot css, and add the class name style arrow bracket. Okay, we can directly use the container here, container. Okay, so it is in center now, but we wanted space in between this, so we can give it to anchor tag directly. Okay, so margin left 5 pixel. Fine. And as by default anchor tag is containing the underline, we can mention text decoration none. Okay. So whoever is active, for that only we can add the color and as underline. First remove the style from the app.css file which we previously added. Save this file. Let me add here. Okay, so we wanted color as dark violet but not font size. Here we will use text decoration as underline. So whenever whatever route is active, for that the class should get applied. Here we need to add end. Why not happening? Let's check it. Okay, class is active. Okay, so either we need to use this or we need to move this in other plain CSS file, because here we are using the CSS model. That's why the whole styling will not get applied. We need to use this, so we can do in other way. Instead of using that, what we can do is like we can use the way from the nav link. So if like nav link already provide us the class name and style, so whatever is active it provides a property like is active. We can use this thing in this way. Okay, so here let me format it, and again here. Okay, so whatever the link is active, we will get to know in this property, and according to that we can add the class to it. Okay, so let's create here active class, and let me use it here, style dot active. Okay, fine. Now check it. Yeah, it's working fine. So it's better to use instead of using in this way, we can write in other format. I will create array of object. Okay, so I will mention here 2 means whatever 2 we need here, and again other properties, title or value. Okay, so dashboard, and 2 is this thing. Okay, again create one more for add, and copy this text, paste it here, and instead of writing this we can keep it a loop here. We can use map dot nav links dot map. Okay, so we get arrow function here. So in arrow function we get the first array, that is the link, and we can use this thing. Let me write return and return the nav link. So instead of 2 I can write now link dot 2, and instead of dashboard I can write link dot value. Yes, value. And I can remove this thing. As we are using the map in map loop here, we need to provide the key also. So key can be same as 2. Okay, link dot 2, or it's better to add id here, id 1, id 2. So if you wanted to show according to your like client which had data in our database table, so this is much better approach for that, because we have id and all that. For that reason, so this is a better approach for it. Let's check dashboard and add user, but we haven't mentioned the yeah, we have mentioned it already. Fine, let's change that in app.tsx. So I can remove now list. Okay, and I can keep the add. Let's create uh, some one folder where we can keep the user related code. Now user, oh sorry, we need to create folder in a module. Okay, user. So this is all these files are related to application, but now user folder or whatever the folder it will come here, that are according to the model. So in user, first I am creating the list or user list dot tsx file, const user list functional component, returning dummy text. This is user list component. Okay, and I need to export this. Export default user list. Same for add user, add or user form dot tsx. Okay, tsx const user form functional component, return some dummy text from here. This is user form. Okay, and export it. Export default user form, and we have to use it here. What was the one? List. Okay, user list, and second one is user form, user form. Okay, fine. Now so both the other forms or the components are rendering now. Let's remove this. This is section from layout. Okay, let's remove it. Fine. So you will observe here, like we have already mentioned layout at the top and then routes at the bottom. So what's happening here? The layout page or whatever the content we added in the layout component, that's showing on the top, and then after the routing content. But this is not a way we work in a practical or the live projects. So there we need a proper structure. So we need layout file which contains the whole body and inside that the content. Okay, so all like layout will be same for all the components. How can we do that? First we need to remove it from here. Okay, and we need to add one more route which will point to the layout. Here we need to mention the path and element as layout. Okay, and inside that we have to mention these things. Okay, so in layout, if uh, okay, so if it has the okay, so URL is plain, it doesn't have any like any path, and that time we wanted user leads to show in the layout. That time here, for that reason, for default reason, we have to use here index. So for uh, plain URL, it will show layout, it will open layout, but inside layout it will show user list. So let's jump to the layout. Again, one more part we have to mention. We have to mention here outlet, outlet, outlet from React router DOM. What does it do? Whatever like route is match, like add, suppose add match, so it will show user form. So this form will get rendered at this location or at this position. If route doesn't have the matching thing, matching path, it have the plain URL, so it will open the layout, but it will open the default user layout component at this place. Okay. So you can do like anything now in the layout file, but it will not hamper your the content portion. Let's check it. It's showing twice. Okay, I need to remove this from at this place. Now it's fine. Okay, in next video we will create here a table which will show the user list, and after that we can create the user form.